Hey dolls, Ms. Beat Basics here. I want to welcome you back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. So the summer is here. I am feeling the heat. The weather has been beautiful here in Canada for a change. I have got my yellow popping and I've been loving the weather. But even though I'm loving this weather, I still get super oily and I gotta find a way to beat that humidity, beat that heat, keep my makeup beat, keep my face in place so I'm not looking like an oil slick by the end of the day, right? We all need to have that because we hate to see that oily look. Am I right, girls? Yeah, I think so. So today I'm basically going to be talking to you about a few of my favorite foundations that I like to use during the summertime, during the heat, and also a couple of beauty hacks, you know, ways that I've learned to keep my makeup in place, to keep it from sliding all over the place. And I think these tricks really work, and I hope that they will also work for you if it's not something that you already know. And definitely, if there's you know, info that you know that I don't, please go ahead and leave it in the comments section. I'll be more than happy to read up on that. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me that too, and I'll definitely be leaving all the information in the description box on where you can find these, like the links to all of this these products that I'm going to be talking about. And basically yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you have any other, like I said, questions, comments, or anything, leave them in the description box. If you do like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so, okay? Because I have a lot of great stuff coming in the future. All right, without further ado, let's get into those beauty hacks. Okay, so first up, what I'm going to do is I have a few drugstore foundations, a few higher end foundations, that kind of thing. So I'll talk about the drugstore foundations first, and then I'll get into the higher end stuff, and then I'll get into the other skincare things that I use to help keep my makeup in place. Okay, so we'll start from there. So first up, I'm going to be talking to you about Black Opal. I'm sure you women of color, you ladies know what I'm talking about with this. Black Opal has been around forever. This is the true color formula. So they have a wide range of colors when you go on the site. They have about 12 colors to choose from, all ranging from light, medium to dark skin. So believe me, ladies, there is a color out there for you. This color that I have right here is Black Walnut. This is one of the darker colors, but it's one of the darker colors that has a red undertone. What I do is I mix this one with Beautiful Bronze. This is a more gold. I can wear these for a full day in the heat, and it just holds up beautifully. And I've actually been out and about in the humidity in this. I've worn this to the club a couple of times, and at the end of the night, I was just amazed at how perfect my skin and face look. I really do love the finish on this foundation. It wears really well in the summertime. It doesn't feel heavy on your face when you have it on, and I find that it does hold up in the heat really well. With a good primer, it holds up really well. Of course, I'm talking about the L'Oreal Infallible. Okay, this foundation is amazing. I love that it doesn't have a full-on hardcore matte finish. It's just a nice demi-matte finish, which it actually says on the package. You can see it right there. It says it's a 24-hour demi-matte finish, and I am in the color 112 Cocoa. Okay, that's the color I wear. Actually, when I got this one, I also got, when I bought this one, I actually got the pressed powder with it as well, which is also Infallible. It has a really nice finish with it. I find that these two wear really well together, especially in the warm weather, or if you're someplace that's really hot and stuffy, they wear really well. Like I said, that demi-matte finish is so nice. Now for my last drugstore foundation. This foundation is my holy grail when it comes to drugstore foundations. When I discovered this, I actually went out and bought 2 more and have them sitting on roster, because when it's done, I want to make sure I have a backup, girl, because this stuff is amazing. We all know about the Maybelline Matte Poreless finish. I love this foundation like no other drugstore foundation. It wears so well. I mean, when you're wearing this bad boy, oh sorry, my color that I wear is Coconut 355. This is my color. I love this stuff. It wears so well. I don't have to do any tweaking when I'm wearing this. I put it on. I can wear basically one of my normal primers and wear this foundation and still have a matte, nicely beat, clean looking face by the end of the day. Like 4 or 5 hours, I'm still good. I can come home, and that's basically being out and about in a warmer climate. It just works so well for me. I love this foundation. Now we're going to be talking about a little more high-end stuff, and the first one I'm going to be talking about is this amazing BB cream from MAC Cosmetics. I actually really love this product. It has a great SPF in it, 35 SPF. I really love that in the summertime. This is something that when I just want to have a no makeup makeup look or I'm running out of the house, I don't have a lot of time to do the whole shebang, this is what I'm going to put on my face because it wears really well. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be talking about is also from MAC Cosmetics, the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. This stuff is amazing. It was out, it's been, obviously, I'm sure you've heard about this before. It's been out forever, so I might be a little bit late on the draw with this one, but I wasn't really too into MAC for a really long time the other day and found this really great girl. She took the time to sit down and color match me. Because I was looking for something, because I wanted to give MAC another try, getting back into makeup again. So I said, you know what? I have all these foundations. I need to get myself on MAC because I hear so many good things about it. Must have changed the formula. Something must be different. So let's give it a shot. So I went, got the Nourishing Pro Longwear Waterproof, and honestly, this stuff wears amazingly. And I was matched for the color, believe it or not, NC50. So, NW45 is no longer my cookie cutter shade. I can go in there and tell them, look, I have a foundation that's not that color and it wears well. Show me something else. Anyways, out in the club, out in the heat, been in a place where it's super humid, super stuffy, and believe me, girl, my face was laid. It didn't move for the whole time that I was there, and it was there for well over 4 or 5 hours. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be talking about is also another higher end foundation. This one is from Lancome, the Teint Idole, sorry, the Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Wear. I am in love with this foundation. The first time I ever heard about it was from Jackie Aina, and I am in the color 530 Suede. It's summer color for me, just to let you know, because it is a little bit darker than what I would normally wear, but this is my summer color. I don't think I've ever worn a foundation for 24 hours ever, but I believe that this one actually lives up to its name. I've worn this for, the first time I wore this, I was at a festival, and it was one of those things where you go out through the day, you know, you're drinking, eating, then you go to the festival, you party afterwards, you come home. So I was out for a good amount of time. Yeah. The Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Lancome foundation is amazing. For a higher end, it's awesome. I would definitely think that the coin that you spend on this is definitely worth it. So yes, girls, love it. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, so next up I'm going to be talking about a foundation. I don't think it's really been out there like that. It's not been, you haven't really heard that much about it. I haven't anyways. I just recently heard about it through a friend of mine because she works at the Home Shopping Network and they happened to have a launch of his makeup line there. So she was able to get a couple of products for free and she hooked me up because she's awesome. So I got my hands on the J Manual Beauty line. This is his Filter Finish Collection foundation. This foundation wears so beautifully. I have worn this in the heat, in the hot sun. It holds up perfectly. I just absolutely love it. I would definitely repurchase this again. I love the sleek packaging and I love that it's squishy here so you can get all the product out of the container. And you do get a full, let me see here. Unfortunately, it's not a full ounce of product. You only get 0.89 fluid ounces, but whatever. I still do love it. Next up, we're going to be getting into my holy grail when it comes to high-end, high-coverage, long-wearing foundation. I swear by this foundation, by all the makeup gods. Every time I wear this, I know if I'm going somewhere where I'm going to be out for a long period of time in a hot, stuffy place, and I know my face needs to stay beat, needs to stay laid, looking proper. Yes, girl, you know I'm talking about the Becca formula. This is amazing. This, what is it called again? Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation. My color is, don't think that it shows it here. Yes, it does, right here in the corner. Mahogany is my color. This thing is the truth. I swear to God, when you're wearing this alongside the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector, that's this one here. This is the full size. Okay, this is the primer that I wear with these two together. Lock it and done. You don't need to do anything. I've worn both of these together for a full night. I didn't even have to touch up. That's how serious it is. It keeps your face ever matte, ever beat, ever fresh. I just love it. It is a heavier coverage foundation. I don't mind that because if I'm wearing something like this, I'm probably going someplace where I'm going to have my face beat to death anyway. So now I'm going to be talking about something that is super controversial. I know it's not good for your skin. It's not something that I use on a daily basis. I maybe, if you're lucky, use this 2 or 3 times out of the month. That's how serious it is, because I'm very serious about my face. I break out for everything. I have very sensitive skin, so I can't really use just anything on my face. And when I do, I have to be sparing on how I use it, because too much will just make my skin blow up. So when I heard about the milk of magnesia, excuse me how dirty the bottle is, this stuff I was very hesitant to try, because I'm like, what do you mean you're using an antacid on your face to help block oil? How does that even play off each other? I don't get it. But once I read up on it, learned a little bit about it, I found out, okay, it's super alkaline, so I know that I have to be careful. Being sensitive, with the sensitive skin, it does not work if you use this very often. I cannot emphasize that enough. But I have used this a couple of times, and girl, let me tell you something. When you need a quick fix, you can't afford all these other foundations, because I know that the Becca primer is about 55 bucks. It's super expensive. It's not cheap. And some of the other primers that are out there, they might be affordable, but they don't work as well. So when I discovered this, I was like, oh, it was like the makeup gods were just singing to me. I was like, oh my God. And it really does work. When I first used it, I made the mistake of putting it all over my face, and I did my face. I went out, I came back, and it was like I just did my face and came home. My face did not move, but it felt like I had a mask on. So that was really learning the hard way with that. But yeah, now when I use this, like I said, very sparingly, maybe 2 or 3 times a month, not even. I just use it here and here in my T-zone. I don't put it everywhere, and it works like a dream. $6. And now we're going to be getting into the beauty hacks that I was talking about. I have to share this with you. I have been obsessed with these products since I bought them. You all know about Cover FX. I spoken about it in my favorites, and these cover drops that I mentioned in my favorites video. Yeah, I had to go into a little more. These drops into your foundation or whatever face product that it is that you're trying to use. And it turns it into the foundation. It actually turns it into the foundation, and it matches perfectly to your color. So if you're like me, you're always falling in between. You can't find the right color. It's always off by a little bit. Or when your summer color comes in, you find that a lot of your foundations just become irrelevant because you can't wear them during those months. Believe me, a bottle of this will save your life. Like I said, I have this foundation that I was talking about just before from J. Manuel. Now, when you look at this color, I'm going to show you against my skin so you can see. You can obviously see that this is not my color. It's obviously way too light, and it just does not work. See? I'm making sure I'm not in the light so I can show you. This is the one I'm wearing on my face right now, and those custom cover drops are the reason I am able to do that. I have 2 colors because I know I have my summer color and I have my winter color. What is so awesome about this product is that it doesn't change the consistency of whatever you're using, whether it be an oil or a primer or a face cream. It doesn't change the texture of what you're using. It stays exactly the same because it is just a pigment that you're dropping in there. So all it does is change the color, keeps everything the same, and you get this look when you're done. So this, okay, got turned into this, okay? And it's amazing how it works. I just used, a little bit of squirted it out on my palette and just put like 3 drops of the darker one, which is N110. I didn't even tell you the color, sorry. Yeah, so the darker color that I have is, let me show you here, is N110, okay? Which obviously means neutral, okay? And what I love about Cover FX too, they don't just try to put you into this box. They don't just have reds or yellows. They have pink undertones, the neutral undertones, they have golden undertones, and they have the more reddish undertones, which I think is awesome. It's just completely awesome. You can go in there and definitely find your shade. And the amount of colors that they have in all the different ranges of foundations and facial products that they have for coverage and that kind of thing is unbelievable. It's completely astronomical how much choice they have, and I love the fact that it's based here in Canada. I don't know how I've never heard of them before. I think before they used to be available in Shoppers Drug Mart and the packaging was different, and now that they've changed the packaging and got all fancy and everything, now everybody's talking about them, and I'm so glad that they are because I would have never heard of them otherwise. So yeah, the custom cover drops, Whoops. The custom cover drops are basically my new holy grail. I use them all the time, especially in the summer months. Sorry, I didn't tell you, my winter color is N100, which is my color throughout the season. So basically when it's not summer months, this is the one I would use if I want to mix it in with a face cream or a primer or anything like that. Or if I have a foundation, like I said, like that one, that is way too light for me, I'll put a couple of drops of this in and it makes it perfect for my skin tone. And it adds coverage to whatever it is that you're using as well. It makes it more, like I said, more like a foundation with fuller coverage. So if you do have a foundation that is your perfect color, but you think that maybe it's a little bit too weak on the coverage section, just put a couple of drops of this in there and it changes your game completely. These drops change my makeup game completely, and now I can feel more free to go out there and buy a different foundation and try it out and say, okay, you know what, I can hold on to this because I have my little secret at home that I can use to make it work for me. And I mean, like I said, with Cover FX, any product at all, when it works really well, it is on the higher price side. I'm not gonna lie, it is on the higher price. But this little bottle of product that you get, believe me, is so worth it. Worth every penny that I spent for it. I would definitely, when these run out, I would definitely go and get more. Oil control. This stuff I spoke about in my favorites for June is amazing. I have just purchased it and I have been using it non-stop since I got it. It's an awesome little product. I absolutely love it. It comes in a glass bottle with your, you know, typical style dropper top there, okay? And basically you got your dropper in there as well. It sucks up your product, see? And you push it down and you squirt it into whatever you're using. This stuff for me is amazing. All those skin-like foundations, those ones that give you that, oh, it gives you that dewy finish, it gives you that luminous finish. Yes, I am sorry, I can't do it, like I said, oil slick. It's not cute. This is amazing. I can wear any foundation that I have, even the skin-like ones. Let me just talk about right here. I spoke about this on my Snapchat briefly. If you follow me on there, then you probably saw me raving about this when I was using it. This is the Ultra HD foundation from Makeup Forever, okay? Now this foundation here is my exact color. I don't have to do any tweaking with this at all. It covers it covers really well, it wears really well, and I love how light it feels on the face. The only thing I don't like about this is the fact that it is so slicky. When I wear this, within about a half an hour, my oils are pushing through because it is a skin-like foundation. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to give you that luminous, dewy kind of finish, which is great if you don't have the problem that I do, or if you just have a preference and you don't like looking dewy or whatever it is. You like that matte look. Yeah, girl, trust me, this is your best friend. Since I got it, you can see that I've been using the heck out of it. Like, see, the top is already starting to come down as I've shown you before. Like, yeah, I've been using this to death. It was a little bit pricey, you know, with as with most of Cover FX facial products, but I would definitely repurchase this without even thinking about it. It changes the consistency of your foundation just ever so slightly. If it's a very runny foundation, it thickens it up a little bit and makes it a little more butter-like, but I don't mind that. It still spreads on the face beautifully. It doesn't go on streaky. It doesn't the finish, what you're left with, it doesn't give you an awful finish or anything like that. Your face looks like butter when you're done. It looks so smooth and nice. Everything's filled in. I've been wearing this for the last little while, like I said, and the makeup has not sunk into my face or anything like that. Nothing like that. See? I know I keep showing you guys close-ups, but I'm just showing you how these different products work. And as I'm sitting here talking to you, there's been a few hours that have passed and my face is doing well. Like, I really like this product. I would definitely repurchase it. Believe me, if you have oily skin all year round, summertime, whatever, you need to get your hands on these custom blot drops. Like, they're so amazing. And I find that you don't need a lot when you're using this. You use very little, you know, your whatever your product is or whatever. You don't need a lot of this at all, so you won't be wasting this at all. And honestly, it's worth every penny, worth every single penny. I can't rave about this enough. About all of the different products that I have here and everything that I like to use, how I like to use it. Now I'm going to show you exactly how the custom drops work, because I just have to show you how amazing this product is and how innovative this product is. So as I showed you before, This foundation right here is the one that I'm wearing right now, and it is super light for my complexion, right? And I'm gonna put a drop of the Cover FX in here, and I'm gonna use the darker one, the N110, and so because I want you to see what it looks like. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put two samples side by side, and I'm gonna mix one and I'm gonna leave one unmixed so that you can see how great the color is. And honestly, let me zoom in a little bit because I want you to see the texture does not change when you put the custom drops in there. So I just want you to be able to see that. Okay, so there's the product there, okay? There is the foundation with the Cover FX drops right on the top there. I hope you can see that. I hope I'm not blinding you with the reflection there, okay? That's it. And this is the foundation on its own with nothing in it, okay? So I'm going to mix this one around so that you can see. Okay? See, look how it just changes the color. It makes it look awesome, and it doesn't change the consistency. As you can see, it doesn't make it look thick or, you know, a little choppy or anything, so that you can see that the color is actually amazing, an amazing, amazing match. Okay? So here's my hand, okay? And there's the foundation that I just mixed up, okay? There it is rubbed out. Okay? Okay, so there it is rubbed out on my hand, as you can see, way closer to my complexion than what I had before. Now I'm going to put a little dabble of the other one on my other hand so you can see the difference in color. So this is how it looks without any custom drops in it, nothing in it at all. See how yellow toned it is? So when I rub it out, see how ashy it just looks? It doesn't look right on my skin. You can see that it's not my color. Now look at them side by side. Look at that. Without cover drops, with the cover drops. Okay, dolls, so that brings me to the end of my favorite foundations for the summer / beauty hacks, okay? I really hope that some of this information helps you. Some of the products that I showed you are something that you think that maybe can work for you, or if you've been looking for something like that, I hope the things that I spoke about, at least go out and try them out, you know, inquire about them, do some research on it, get yourself a little bit of a sample, go to Sephora and get them to give you a sample and see how it works for you, because believe me, you will not be sorry. You'll definitely want to go back and get the full version. So if you take nothing else away from this video, please do take the fact that these custom cover drops, okay, are the truth. If you're, like I said, you're looking for something that you can put into any product to make it something that you can wear in your face, this is it. If you're if you have issues with foundations that don't quite match, you know, they're a little bit off, a little bit wonky, this definitely will solve the problem for you. If you have foundations that don't have enough coverage, this is going to be your holy grail. This product here is everything. I'm so happy Cover FX came out with it. I can't be more happy about it. So yeah, the custom Cover FX custom cover drops. Love it. Next up, most holy grail, most important, most loved are the custom blot drops, the oil control. OMG. These are everything. They keep you matte, they keep you laid for the whole day, for hours on end too, not just a little time. So this is totally worth the coin for this, as I said before. Awesome, the custom blot drops. Thirdly, the setting spray from Scandinavia. These two little babies here for me are everything. I know they're new in my collection, but they are holy grail, hands down, very easily so, because they work so amazingly. I find that these two products work awesome together. When I put these blot drops in my foundation and I use this underneath my foundation and then this over top, my face ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. My face is laid. Like I said, that's what I did today. Been sitting down here for a few hours. And you know, when you're sitting under all these lights, you get a little bit hot. So I find that this is one of the better places to try out these foundations and try out these different types of setting sprays and stuff to see if they actually work. Because when you're in the heat, it's the same idea, right? So yeah, I'm really glad that I got a chance to try these products. And if you get the chance to, please go ahead and do so. Every word that I'm saying is 100% true. You will not be sorry. So, that does it for the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some information, some useful information out of it. If you have any comments, any suggestions, please leave them in the comment box. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share as well. Stay gorgeous and stay blessed, okay? Until next time, we'll see you.